Yes, my dear sons and daughters, the first scene in a new play is called The Taming of the Shrew. It was written by William Shakespeare, and it is a comic play. And we knew that Baptista was a rich man of Padua who had two daughters. The elder one was Catherine, and the younger one was Bianca. I wrote for you the most important questions on the pages I am going to cover. The first question is describe Catherine's character. Yes, you can highlight and underline with me the answer. Catherine was the oldest daughter of Baptista, a rich gentleman of Padua. She was, she was the beginning of the answer of number one. She was a lady with such an ungovernable, underline ungovernable, it means uncontrollable temper, and such a loud and angry tongue that she was known in Padua by no other name than Catherine the Shrew, the violent, who had a very bad temper. She was always nervous. She had a very angry tongue. It seemed unlikely, even impossible, that any gentleman would ever be found who would dare to, has the courage to marry this lady. So no one dared to propose to her, to marry her, because of her bad personality. So Baptista was much criticized because he refused to give his agreement to many excellent offers that were made to her gentle sister Bianca. So the father refused to let the younger daughter marry before the elder one. And there were many excellent offers that were made to her gentle sister Bianca, saying that until the oldest sister was married, young Bianca would not be free to take a husband. So most people of Padua criticized the father because he did not let the younger daughter marry before the elder one. Yes, I think I covered answering question number one on the screen before you. Let's carry on. But it happened that a gentleman named Petruchio came to Padua. I want to pay your attention to something important. All the characters of the play are Italian names, and all the places are Italian places. But it happens that a gentleman named Petruchio came to Padua with the aim of looking for a wife. This is the answer of question number two. Why did Petruchio come to Padua? He came to Padua to look for a wife. He wanted to marry, not being discouraged by these cowards of Catherine's temper. So he heard about Catherine's character, and he wanted to take the challenge. He wanted to marry her in order to tame her, in order to make her very obedient wife. And hearing that she was rich and beautiful, so he heard three things about Catherine. She was shrewd, she was rich, and she was beautiful, and he wanted to take the challenge to marry her and tame her and to turn her into a very obedient wife. He was determined. He was determined. It means he had the determination to marry this famous shrew and to tame her into a gentle wife who would obey him, who would obey him. Yes, let's move to the next slide. No one, yes, we have a question on the screen. It is number three, describe Petruchio's character. Describe Petruchio's character. No one was suitable to attempt equal try this as Petruchio. He was as spirited as Katharine. He was very active and was very proud. He was an amusing and good-natured person. This is the answer for question number 3. He was also clever and wise enough to know how to pretend to be angry and cold when he was in fact so calm, so calm. So he was clever at pretending to be angry while he was very quiet, very calm, that he could have laughed happily at his own ability to pretend. So Petruchio went to make love to Katharine the Shrew. First of all, he begged Baptista's permission. And Baptista was the father of Katharine, to try to win his gentle daughter, Katharine, as Petruchio called her as his wife. So Petruchio was completely sure that he was going to marry her, and he was also completely sure that he would tame her, make her very obedient wife. He was self-confident. He said that, having heard of her gentle behavior, he had come from Verona to ask for her love. Though her father wished her to be married, he was forced to admit. The father was obliged to admit that Catherine's character was quite different from this. So the father was very frank. And he did not deceive Petruchio. He told him the truth, that my daughter wasn't quiet, wasn't obedient. She was a shrew. And she had a very angry tongue. She had uncontrollable temper. What gentleness she had soon became very clear. When her music teacher rushed into the room to complain that his pupil had hit him over the head with her instrument because he had dared to find fault with her performance. Let's together see what happened. While the father was talking with Petruchio, the music teacher of Katharine rushed into the room complaining that Katharine had hit him over the head by the lute because he dared to find fault in her performance. The father was in a very bad situation, a very embarrassing situation. Yes, let's carry on. When Petruchio heard this, number 4 is a comment. It is the first comment in the play. What an excellent lady. I love her more than ever. Comment page 26. When Petruchio heard this, he said, what an excellent lady. Highlight with me. What an excellent lady. I love her more than ever. So these words were said by Petruchio to Baptista. And he was talking about Katharine because the music teacher rushed into the room complaining that he was hit by the lute over the head by Katharine because he dared to find fault in her performance. What an excellent lady. I love her more than ever. He wanted to say that he would not change his attitude to marry her. He wouldn't hesitate to marry her. And his love increased to her because of this situation. And only want to talk to her, begging her father to agree to this. He said, I am in a hurry, sir. I cannot come every day to try to win her. You knew my father. He is dead and has left me heir to all his lands and goods. So Petruchio wanted to tell the father that he did not have enough time to waste because he was the only heir to his father's lands and goods. He wanted to marry as soon as possible because he wanted to travel to Verona, the city in which he lived in. Tell me, if I win your daughter's love, what money you will give with her? Because at that time, fathers were giving money to the husbands of their daughters. Baptista thought his manner was rather rough for a lover. But because he would be glad to get Katharine married, he answered that he would give her 20,000 crowns. Wow, 20,000 crowns. Crowns is the name of the currency at the time in Italy, and half his possessions on his death. So this strange marriage was quickly agreed to, and Baptista went to tell the shrewish daughter that she had a lover, and sent her in to Petruchio to listen to his love making. I'm going to answer question number 5 on the screen. What was Petruchio's plan when he met Catherine the first time? He arranged, he put a plan in his mind because he was expecting anything came from her. While this was happening, Petruchio was deciding on the way in which he would tell her of his love. He said, number 1, the first step of Petruchio's plan. If she's angry with me, I will tell her that she sings as sweetly as a bird. This is number 1. If Catherine is angry with me, I will tell her that she sings as sweetly as a bird. Number 2. If she looks cross, cross means very angry. It is more than angry, more than being angry. I will say she looks as clear as roses newly washed with rain. This is number 2. Number 3. If she will not speak a word, if she will not speak a word, I will praise the beauty of, I will praise the beauty of her language. This is number 3. Number 4. If she tells me to leave her, it means she dismisses him. I will thank her as if she had asked me to stay with her for a week. So his plan was divided into 4 steps, 4 phases. Catherine now entered. This is the first meeting between Catherine and Petruchio. And Petruchio spoke to her, "Good morning, Kate. Good morning, Kate, for that is your name, I hear." She replied angrily, furiously. Catherine, not liking this agreement, said proudly, "Those who speak to me call me Catherine." So she refused to be addressed as Kate, and she insisted on her full name, Catherine. "You lie, you lie, you are a liar," replied the lover. "For you are called plain Kate, clear Kate, and pretty Kate, beautiful Kate, and sometimes Kate the Shrew. But Kate, you are the prettiest Kate in the world. You are the prettiest Kate in the whole world." And so Kate, hearing your gentleness praised in every town, "I have come to win you for my wife. I have come to win you for my wife." In loud and angry words, she showed him how she gained the title of a Shrew. So she told him that she was known in Padua as Katharine the Shrew. She told him about her real character. She revealed her real personality. I think this is enough for today's lecture. Next time we are going to cover a new scene. I helped you a lot in finding the answers of the 5 questions I gave for you. Please write them in your copybook and write the answers to be seen to be corrected next time. Thank you for good listening. Wait for the next session, and that will be very soon. Goodbye.